So we wanted to create an event where high-level purchasing executives at the time, that term is no longer used, they're now supply chain executives, could get together with their supplier counterparts on the very top level, the VPs of sales, the director of national accounts, without having any of the hassle of booth setup and showing product and having a taste test and doing the old peddling routine.
Well, first and foremost, the economic overview that's presented by John Barone is just first class. There's really no other place, no other event that offers in such a concise manner information that's so pertinent to me and my team. And it gives us data and information that will inform us to make better decisions for our restaurant company.
Come to Market Vision because it is the one place that is consolidated for chain restaurants. So everybody here knows what it takes to service a chain account. All the chain accounts know that you're not wasting your time with somebody who can't take care of you.
I like coming to Market Vision because of the subjects that are discussed here. You get a snapshot of the commodity markets. We can kind of take that back and help us make decisions going forward with our business plans for our brand.
So I've been coming to Market Vision for about 15 years now, and I have found that it is the most effective way to meet with your suppliers.
When I joined the company, we were using a lot of distributor-sourced products, and over the past 9 shows, I have probably moved more and more business to suppliers that I find here.
I've probably, anytime I need to source something, the first place I come to is my Market Vision book, because I know I've seen something here over the years. So generally I come back here and I find what I'm looking for.
I probably have half a dozen suppliers that I'm currently doing business with because of this show.
Talking about the efficiency of conferences, there was one conference to come to, be Market Vision.
Been around long enough to understand that our industry is built upon relationships, as we as operators build relationships with our guests.
This business is all about those relationships. Building those relationships is absolutely key because something's going to go wrong at some point, and knowing that the person on the other end of the phone is going to actually answer it and take care of that problem is invaluable.
I have to admit that I'm old school in that way. I do think that personal communication is a better way to do business than electronic communication. So an event like Market Vision really puts you back in touch with those people.
And, you know, again, that whole spirit that John's cultivated, you know, being 29 years in the show, you know, years ago there were only 10 of us here from the chain side with maybe 10 or 12 vendors. So to see it grow to this magnitude and still have that intimate feel is absolutely amazing.
In a world where we're so digitized and communication has become so efficient, but in the process of it becoming so efficient, it's also become depersonalized. So it's absolute imperative that you're able to have these connections, renew these connections, and reinforce those very important relationships.
And here's a great place to be able to do that in such a concentrated area and take back a wealth of knowledge.
We got over 130 restaurant chain companies here and about 270 customers. And at that level, they're not going to do business with somebody they don't trust. And that's trusting both the company and the individual, because problems are going to happen. And, you know, it's who can get it done for you when you're in trouble. So it is about the relationship.
So everyone looks forward to John's keynote when he opens up the conference, and it's really the key for all of us looking forward at what pricing is going to be, what headwinds we're facing, what challenges we need to talk about while we're here. So everybody here can help you solve those problems ahead of time.
I like John's presentation. In some instances, he's throwing a lot of heavy stuff at you, but he tries to keep it light.
It's going to be that kind of presentation today.
You know, I always enjoy listening to what John has to say. I think he's he's got his hands on the pulse of what's going on in the world, not just in our industry, but the impacts that outside of our industry, the economic impacts, global impacts, political impacts can have on our business.
John starts with more of a macro overview that's important and then segues into speakers that are more specific on some of the micro commodities that we're interested in as well. So it's a good tie together.
You know, I think that's what brings me, and I've talked to my colleagues at other companies, and they say the same thing. We come to listen to John Barone.